Hello everyone and welcome to this video. My name is Ricardo Ferrari. I live in San Diego, California. The person who shared this video with you thought enough of you wanting you to have this important information. In this video, I am going to share with you numbers, figures, and facts about a very powerful business model in an industry that is about to become a multi-trillion-dollar industry. As a matter of fact, it has attracted the very biggest business figures in the world, along with the biggest companies as well. So we have the privilege to be working now with the blue chip companies that are bringing tremendous assets into this industry, and we can jump on board, we can participate, and this is the typical system that can change your life overnight. If you're looking for more, if you're looking to go to the next level financially and professionally, you're looking at the right video. Now, before I get into the nuts and bolts of the information, so I'm not a total stranger to you, I want to share a couple of details about myself. I'm originally a naval engineer. Now, I've been in the marketing industry since the last 30 years, but formerly I used to travel the world as an officer in the maritime industry working on cruise ships. I had a great time doing that. I've learned a lot. I got to travel the world, but at one point I wanted to have more, be free. I wanted to become an entrepreneur. So I jumped out of the maritime industry and I joined direct marketing around 30 years ago. I've been in it full time now since the past 28 years. I was fortunate enough in the very beginning to have met very powerful mentors that taught me a lot of things. And amongst that, there are two major principles that really stuck with me, that really helped me to become successful. One of them is when an opportunity knocks on the door, you have to open the door. You can't make money as a skeptic person, okay? Nothing is ever good enough, then you're not really going to become wealthy. And so consequently, when you see something that is valid, legitimate, trendy, and it has a great deal of potential, you have to have an open mind. The second one is you can't get wealthy by working for someone else or working by the hour. It just doesn't work. You need to be in business for yourself, you need leverage, and then you need timing. And because of these simple but very powerful principles, I was able to ride the different trends since the last 28 years that caused me to make a multi-million-dollar fortune, not one time, two times, or three times, but 5 times. And trends are very important because, yeah, stereotypically we can call it the right place at the right time, but every 10 years there is always something that if you're in it early enough, it can really change your life. And now it's happening again. We're in front of probably the biggest trend we're ever going to see in our lifetime. Is not only a financial trend, but it's also a new socio-economic culture around it that is very, very strong, and that is the industry of cryptocurrency. You probably heard of Bitcoin before, you heard of Ethereum, you heard of Zcash. They're now coming in the forefront stronger and stronger, and 2017 is the pivotal year when it's happening. None of this talk was going on in 2016. Now the big figures are coming on board. As a matter of fact, Shark Tank billionaire Mark Cuban says that this industry is going to create the first trillionaire. This is an industry that is now growing exponentially, and that many analysts are saying that it's going to be the next trillion-dollar industry. So when these figures attach this type of power, obviously we're looking at a leverage that was never possible before in history, and probably will not be possible in the future as well. As a matter of fact, if you look at the financial medium that you're familiar with, the dollar is a forever losing currency. It lost 42% since 9/11. It lost 14.7% since the last 8 years after the crash of 2008. And also gold is always a great asset to have. You can back up fiat currency with it, at least it doesn't depreciate, but the leverage is not that great. It's like watching the paint dry at 1.9% a year. Then you have real estate, same thing. It grows at 5% a year, not very exciting. The stock market is basically a dangerous place because everything can go wrong there any minute. You also need a lot of experience and a lot of money to leverage, and if you are a guru with a desirable diversified stock portfolio, you can reach 10%, but that only happens to the professionals. People like you and I will never touch that number on the stock market unless, you're very dedicated and you really know what you're doing. Then you have your regular investment options that we all know about with the banks and government funds and mutual funds and hedge funds. safely you can make 5% a year. If you risk a little bit more, you can make 8%. Then there is Forex. Gosh, there's a lot of Forex going on the internet right now. A lot of coaches, a lot of gurus, a lot of software vendors. It's kind of waking up. And you know what? It's still like Harvard University says most people lose money in Forex. It takes a long time to learn, and it takes skills. And even with the automated softwares today, it's a hit and miss type of situation. You can make 1 or 2% a month, or you can make nothing. Consequently, the risk is always there. Overall, 78% of people in America and around the world can't save any money. I heard that on the news the other day. It was like sad to hear. 78% of us don't make enough money to save anything. So let alone trying to retire by leveraging low producing media. How many millions of dollars do you need at 5% in order for you to make $100,000 a year? So it is not a pretty situation. Now, if you look at cryptocurrency, Bitcoin gained 4,000% of its value in 6 years. Now, it went at parity with the dollar in February 2011, and now in 2017, that's when the awakening took place, when in March, it went at parity with the ounce of gold, and then it reached $4,000 in August, this very month that I'm recording this video. So this is like 666% growth a year in the last 6 years. That's not possible in real estate, gold, and the stock market and Forex and all of that. So if you purchased $1,000 of Bitcoins in 2011 and kept it, by August 2017, you would have $4 million. $1,000 was a low amount to lay. Now at $4,000, you're going to have a different mechanism to really be able to own and leverage a lot of cryptocurrency, and that's what I'm here to show you. But this is exciting to see. Now, Bitcoin started, with controversy and all skepticism in the beginning, but now has become an acceptable currency in major retailers around the world. In the United States, we have about 147,000 retailers that accept Bitcoin, and in Japan, it's about 280,000. Now it's going to Australia. It's also going to Singapore and many other countries. But all the big names now accept Bitcoin. I mean, the biggest: Google, Amazon, Subway, Microsoft, Apple, Uber, Tesla Motors, Virgin Airlines, PayPal, American Red Cross are accepting Bitcoins. And another phenomenon is that has attracted the biggest business figures in the world. There is nobody bigger than these guys. Mark Cuban is now putting together a $20 million fund to be able to ride cryptocurrency. Bill Gates always been a great proponent of Bitcoin. He has billions invested in new blockchain technology. Richard Branson, as I know of this about 2 years ago, he had $30 million invested in Bitcoin. Watching the videos online, probably it's a lot more today. Then you have John McAfee of McAfee Antivirus. We have Al Gore, former U.S. Vice President. You have Michael Robinson, which is a legend in the tech investing business, that says that cryptocurrency is the biggest opportunity of our lifetime. I mean, coming out of a person like that, imagine. Then you have Peter Thiel, which is PayPal's founder, which is one of the layers. He loves cryptocurrency, especially Ethereum is one of the layers behind Ethereum. And then you have Ben Bernanke, Federal Reserve Chairman. You have Eric Schmidt, Google CEO. You have Paul Buchheit, which is the creator of Gmail. And so all these figures are involved now in what's going to be a multi-trillion-dollar industry. Now, Kevin Peterson of Saxo Bank is the financial analyst who never misses and predicted Bitcoin to reach $2,000 by 2017. It missed because we are over $4,000. And also, he says, according to his algorithms and mathematical stuff that he does, that Bitcoin will reach $100,000 within the next 10 years. Different analysts say it's going to be sooner than that. Then you have Tim Draper, a billionaire investor who has already made $60 million with Bitcoin so far. You have Cameron and Tyler Winklevoss, which are the co-founder of Facebook. According to them, they were screwed out of the deal. They sued him. They sued Zuckerberg. They won a $65 million settlement. And they are the founders of Gemini. They're investing their money in Bitcoin by building exchanges. Gemini is the second largest exchange online where you can buy and sell Bitcoin. And then you have the man himself, Tom Lee, Wall Street top dog. He says that Bitcoin is cannibalizing gold. He calls Bitcoin the second gold. And it says that it's going to be worth about $55,000 in the next few short years. And consequently, when you have people like that now coming in the forefront, we need to listen, we need to pay attention, because guys, these people were not talking like this in 2016. So 2017 is such a magical year for this industry. Now, the second largest cryptocurrency in the world is Ethereum. There is a huge story behind this, but Ethereum gained 3,000% in 1 year. And just this summer jumped from $11 to $400. If you purchased $1,000 of Ethereum in January 2016 for $1,000, you would have 300 grand right now in the bank. Imagine if you put in $10,000, you would have made $3 million. And I have actually met people that became millionaires in Ethereum. And consequently, this is something to really, really pay attention to. Ethereum was launched by a genius coder and polymath, a young man named Vitalik Buterin. This guy single-handedly is changing the world because he actually designed a brand new platform which is more advanced than Bitcoin, that not only does digital currency, but can also run thousands of applications that are applicable to many, many industries. And that's why he has attracted investors like Microsoft, Intel, IBM, Amazon, Toyota, JP Morgan, Bank of America, Citibank, and 200 more that have actually formed an alliance called Ethereum Enterprise Alliance. The entire Microsoft now runs on Ethereum because they have merged it with the Azure cloud. That's where they produce and deploy all of their application. So this is a brand new situation that is developing, and is developing fast. Everyone is jumping on board because this platform is the model that is going to run the world. The world is getting away from the conventional database that your bank has, which is cumbersome, expensive, slow, and problematic, and they're going blockchain technology, Ethereum style. And then you have Zcash. Zcash offers a particular technology for anonymity and privacy, which there is a lot of demand for. It's another rocket ship. It was the combined effort of Johns Hopkins University and MIT. It gained 41,000% since 2016. So this is the third rocket ship in the cryptocurrency. Overall, you have two blue chip currency, which is Bitcoin and Ethereum, which have 90% of the marketplace. And then you have 10% of altcoins, approximately 700 of them, with the top 50s really worth watching because they're going to be superstars. And then you have roughly 2,600 coins that are not on public blockchains. They are not exchanged on public exchanges, and consequently most of them are Ponzi's. They're illegal. We don't know who they are. They make claims that they can prove. We don't want any part of it. Now this is coinmarketcap.com. This is the NASDAQ of cryptocurrency. You can download this application on your cell phone and you can go there anytime to watch what your cryptocurrency is doing. You can see that the total market cap of the industry is 153 billion and change. It's a baby industry because people like Michael Novogratz, which is a $3.2 billion investor, former manager of Fortress, which is a very interesting company, he recently stated the cryptocurrency market will be worth $5 trillion by 2022, which is only 5 years from now, and he's got 10% of all his assets invested in Bitcoin already. So this is very, very significant. Now, the question for you and I is, how do we make money? How do you and I become wealthy and become financially independent? How do we ride this industry? Well, there are only two ways that you can own cryptocurrency. One is you can buy it, and the second one is you can mine it with mining computers. This is not something that you can do from your home, although people around the world do, and produces maybe a few $100s a month. Maybe people in China are happy with that, but other peoples around the world are not. So mining can produce a lot more if it's done in a data center environment. So the question always is, do you want to buy a Bitcoin for $4,000 and let it evaluate? Or do you want to buy a mining hardware pool that cost a lot less than $4,000 and it's worth many Bitcoins over and over again, about 5 over and over again? So that's a very intuitive answer, right? Obviously mining, it's a very, very powerful thing because the next multi-trillion-dollar industry can only be born through mining. Cryptocurrency is electronically mined out of the blockchain, just like gold is mined, and it's asset driven. It takes computer power, it takes electricity, and consequently that's why it's an appreciating currency, unlike the dollar that you can print a billion of in 2 hours and it's not worth anything. So mining is the very top of the food chain, because once you have your pool of equipment, then you can mine it for free, right? So we work with a company called BitClub Network. This is the fastest, most advanced mining in the world. They've already mined $300 million since 2014 when the company came to life. Right now we're doing $60 million a month in customer acquisition. And this is truly a winner for people who want to own cryptocurrency without buying it for high prices. So we're mining Bitcoin, Ethereum, Ethereum Classic, Zcash, and Monero. And our data centers are very sophisticated, they're very modern. BitClub Mining is the direct marketing industry's biggest cryptocurrency cash machine. We have highly cost-efficient mining. We have 100% ownership of our data centers. They have major cryptocurrency mining acquisition program, profit sharing, and a leveraged income system that has already created a substantial amount of millionaires. Our servers are located in Iceland. That is a key location around the world for data centers because they have zero carbon impact. They have 100% green energy. They run on hydropower, geothermal power because it's a volcanic type of an area. They have solar powers and they have cool temperatures all year around. So it doesn't cost hardly anything to cool mining rigs because 80% of mining cost is the electricity not to run the rigs but to actually cool them down. And also they have lots and lots of space to expand. So this is one of our early buildings in Iceland. We're in a compound of 143 acres, and this is how we build them now. Steel constructions, fireproof, very secured mining facilities. This is just the best that you can do in the mining business. I can give you a whole training on data centers if you want to know how the clock works. Personally, I want to know how to make money. That's what I'm here to show you. The company is buying about $30 million a month worth of equipment. So that provides a tremendous amount of hash power on the blockchain that we can share into. And they do tours. I mean, as a member, you can actually visit this facility so you can bond with the business and your profession. And every time that happens, every time they send 200 or 300 people there, their volume goes up like $10 million a month within 60 days. Amazing how the level of belief is very, very effective in business. Now, let me give you 7 facts about performance. As I mentioned, BitClub buys $30 million a month worth of equipment. They've already mined $240 million worth of Bitcoin. Currently, they're mining 10.8 million a month of Bitcoin, which is 6% of our Bitcoin mining. And they've also mined $70 million of Ethereum and all coins. They're doing about 7 million a month right now. But it's going up. They've just installed 12 more data centers in Asia, exclusively for Ethereum. They have 4 terahash of GPU power. They're growing about 100 terahash per month. And as far as Bitcoin servers are concerned, they produce a power of 375 pentahash right now, but obviously it's going up by the month. And it's going up exponentially, as a matter of fact. Just not too long ago, we were just 3.8% of Bitcoin mining. Now it's going up to 6% just in the last 30 days. So we are the largest single mining power in the world outside of pool entities, and we are visible on blockchains. Like if you go to blockchain.info, which is Bitcoin, anyone with mining rigs can come on this blockchain and start mining. Any country, anybody can do it. So, but as a single company at 5.8%, plus we also own half of it of Bitfury servers because they produce equipment for us. So that production also belongs to us. We are the single largest company on this blockchain. There are other minor companies, but most of them are pools in China, like Npool and BTC and all the other pools. Those are all Chinese, and it's thousands of little people from basements and back rooms and laundry rooms and restaurant rooms trying to make $300 or $400 a month mining Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. Now, for the smallest guy, they have to use the pool to actually enhance their hash power, and they also provide a lot of services, and these are the people that either rent rigs or they have their own rigs, but they can't really afford to do the whole thing by themselves. So we, as an individual data center company, this is an achievement to be, to be here as an individual company. And the same thing on the Ethereum blockchain. Right now we're at 2.4%, but you're going to see this going up exponentially because of the 12 new data centers with special chips now, the custom-made chips that are going to really be able to mine a lot of Ethereum as well. The rest of the people here are all pools. They're all people that are renting rigs or small miners that are kind of using the pool services in order for them, trying to make a living in mining. So as a large-scale operation, we are the only one with the name of the company actually on the blockchain. You have no idea how important this is, and because of this transparency and verification, it's really creating a lot of business for us. Now you can drill down and you can find out the history of mining of any company or any pool. This is public and this is real time. So we can't lie to you when we throw numbers at you on the amount of mining that we're doing. And it's very, very transparent. And that's what gives this company its power. Now, let me give you 7 facts about reliability. We're doing $60 million a month in new customers coming in. Historically, no one has ever lost any money in this company. No one has ever asked for a refund. We have no complaints with any Better Business Bureau or regulatory in 104 countries. Transactions are 100% in Bitcoin. We don't take fiat currency. So we are totally unregulated by any banks, by any governments anywhere in the world. You join by paying with Bitcoins. We show you how to buy them. And then the mining takes over and it's deposited real time in your wallets, in your back office. And also, if you participate in the referral commission system, that's paid in Bitcoin as well. And consequently, isn't it great to be paid with a currency that appreciates? As a matter of fact, I've already made a lot more money than what my commissions are calling, because Bitcoin was just $4,000 the other day, and today it's $4,600. And consequently, I'm looking at that back office, and it's just crazy. Now, the commissions are decentralized as well, meaning they are produced in a blockchain environment, and it never makes a mistake. It's all pre-programmed. There are no buildings and employees writing you a check every month and missing, as the company sends you a check this month. That does not exist here. There are no credit cards here that can bounce in your organization. This is a real-time, moment-by-moment type of situation. We have an efficient back office with multi-currency settings, real-time monitoring, and reports. Now, to join this company, you join at 104 level. We have a $99 admin fee. You can join with that, get your position, but we also have 4 different pools at $500, $1,000, $2,000, and $3,500. That's how you enter this company. We also have a compounded repurchasing system that is very, very powerful, because the company reinvests a portion of your mining right back into your pools, so it compounds over the months and it becomes very, very powerful. And you can set your compounding settings for your pools. I have mine at 100%, meaning I don't take any of my mining, I put it right back into my pool, so it compounds and it gets bigger and bigger. We also have a back office with all your cryptocurrency wallets. We have an incredible real-time transfer system, and this is happening in real time. So your wallet gets filled as cryptocurrency is mined, and then you can take it out of there into your own wallet, and the company doesn't charge you any transfer fees of whatsoever. Historically, our system generates numbers not possible in any other mining company or any other financial mediums. Now, we cannot make any income claim, any promises. This is not an income guarantee. It's based on past history. We cannot tell you what your ROI is going to be. We don't even talk in ROI terms. This is not an investment. It's an equipment purchase. This equipment works on a blockchain to provide verification services. It's called mining, and then you get rewarded in cryptocurrency. That's what this is. So mining and market conditions do change. We can only tell you the historical data, and we can kind of sort of dream about what the cryptocurrency evaluation is going to be based on what the gurus are telling us. This is not a claim that I'm making right now. I'm just going by what the industry is bearing right now. So a $3,500 pool can produce about 5 Bitcoins in 1,000 days, which is a very high amount for a $3,500 pool. You can buy more if you want to, and a lot of people do. Now, if Bitcoin doesn't evaluate another dime, that is going to be worth a reward of 20,000 bucks. Where else you can get that type of leverage? Take the same unit of money and invest it in Forex, real estate, gold, mutual funds, anything that you want to do, and it's not going to give you this type of reward. Absolutely. Now, if Bitcoin goes to 5,000, now the reward is 25,000. If it goes to 10,000, your reward is 50,000. If it goes to 30,000, the reward is 150,000. That's on one pool. What if you have 10 pools that multiply everything by 10? Because when Bitcoin goes to $30,000 now you've made 1.5 million. And if you can pull a few people together and maybe do a pool of 350, that now you got 500 Bitcoins, and at 30,000 they're worth $15 million. So you can leverage this industry at whatever level you want to start at, and you haven't talked to a person here, and you haven't manipulated anything, and you didn't spend sleepless nights on Forex softwares or the stock market. This is a set it and forget it type of income. So it's very, very exciting. Now, even if you cut in half what I just said, okay, it is still a mind-boggling type of reward. Mining is very, very exciting, but it's coupled to the evaluation of the coin. It has to be coupled to that because that's what we're looking for. Now, I can give you a live account data that is a $3,500 pool with repurchase set at 100%. This is an account that started in October 2014 when Bitcoin was $383, and now it mined 5.7 Bitcoins that are now worth $4,300. So the reward is 24,539, which is more than 1,400% in 24 months. Do that on real estate. Do that on the stock market. Do that on the Forex market. And then look at the repurchase. The repurchase accumulation with the pool set to 100%, 16 Bitcoins that you can't draw, but they produce mining for you, and there were $69,000 in pools. And consequently, this is kind of the historical data. Again, there are no promises, there are no guarantees. I'm just opening up a door for you to think about. Don't let Bitcoin and Ethereum go to $100,000 without you. All of these major figures are telling us that this is an industry not to miss. You got to get involved in cryptocurrency, and with mining, you are at the top of the food chain. Tom Lee says Bitcoin is going to be worth $6,000 in just a few weeks, and he predicts at $55,000 within the next few years. Bill Gates, same thing, stronger believer in Bitcoin, cryptocurrency in general, invested over $1 billion in blockchain technology, and is one of the major forces now behind Ethereum. Then you have Ronnie Moas, which is the Standpoint founder, which he believes that this cryptographic asset class, which is now a baby industry at $150 billion, will soar to $2 trillion within the next few years, and it can only be born through mining. So if you decide to also get involved into the commission system that we have in the referral marketing system, we offer a bonus system that is very, very powerful, of commissions, of cycles, quarter bonuses, dual team bonuses, and matching bonuses. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the compensation plan here. If you are experienced in direct marketing, you can read that these are the most powerful bonuses that are created the majority of millionaires around the world. since the last 25 years. And consequently, we can share with you a different video on the compensation plan. We also have our own coin on the POS blockchain that we own. It's trading at 40 cents right now. We're also going to be marketing the world first cryptocurrency merchant account. So retail locations very soon are going to have two machines on the counter, one for the credit cards and one for the cryptocurrency. And the CoinPay system is leading the charge on that. And we are also marketing ATM machines where you can just walk up to a machine and buy Bitcoins instead of doing online, which sometimes it can be a little problematic. Overall, guys, this company has created an enormous amount of 6- and 7-figure income earners. You can be next. It is strictly up to you. You're going to get out of it what you put into it. We just want to invite you. In the United States, you have to be invited into it. You can't access the website without being brought in by someone else. You don't even get to see the company unless you have a username that you can access the site. And overall, we can share a lot of more information. We can send you articles and videos. We have an entire online academy, as a matter of fact, that we make available to you to learn about this industry and how to capitalize on it. This is my friend Joe Abel, multiple 7-figure earner in this company, also part of the executive team. Has been giving me a lot of help. He's been a friend of mine since many, many years, and is helping our team grow and be part of this company. So the next move for you is to call back the person that gave you this presentation. I hope this information was valuable to you. For now, take care and so long.